Hi, I'm Don, and today we're going to review the Rust and Shipping book by Vallejo. There are one, two, three, four, five, six. There are six modelers who contributed 8 articles to this book. The beginners will learn a lot from this book, while the experts or intermediate modelers will be really inspired after reading the book. Let's go through the pages. I'll show you a glimpse of the inside of the book. I highly recommend this book to everyone, from beginners to experts. The first article is by Michael Rinaldi. It's 1:72 kit, Burge Panzer 1 kit. It's a great guide for weathering, obviously, but because the modelers they'll tell you in each of the articles what paints they used, the methods and techniques they did to achieve the results that you see in the finished models. The articles looks worthy, but it's really well written. The weathering techniques applied on this 1:72 kit could also be applied to 1:100 master grades or HG kits. For me personally, the trickiest kit to weather are 1:144s because they're relatively too small to see paint shipping and stuff. But then again, we're doing sci-fi, so and the step-by-step process really explains how they achieve or how they are trying to achieve the results they want to. It explains and then tells you which paints they use. The second article is by John Tolcher. It's 1:25 kit. Again, he showed you his process and methods on how he achieved the results. It's a step-by-step process. He explains what paints he used and how he achieved those. The second, no, sorry. The third article is a plane. I love the pilot, the design of the pilot. It's by Virgil Suarez. The weathering of this plane is very applicable again to Gunpla, and it he showed you a very detailed process on how he achieved the results down from airbrushing to hand painting. The next article is by Chema Cabrero, a good friend from IG and Facebook. I've been friends with Chema for a while now. His article is also very detailed. It's well written. I personally use pigments, but I make sure that I use pigment binder. The pigment binder basically will attach the pigments to the surface of the models. Then it will dry really nice and attach to the models. The book explains how we could apply the pigments in different ways. But of course, you have to buy the book. He also used texture paints. I have lots of texture paints. I use it for my vignettes and dioramas. It's really nice. The texture paints produce a really nice, realistic groundwork. Still water is also really good. The trick with using still water is that you have to cover it while it is curing. Still water cures really, really slow, so you have to apply it in thin layers. Then you have to let it cure for 6 to 8 hours. So while still water is curing, you have to cover it up and make sure dust won't settle on the surface. The next article is also by Chema. It's a Russian T-54 wreck. I love the greens. This article made me want to do another Zaku because he made use of so many greens. As you can see, I think he used the Rust and Chipping set he actually designed that set for this tank. So he'll teach you process, I mean, a step-by-step process on how he used all those paints to achieve the realistic results seen in the finished model. He used some washes, and then, of course, uh, the washes, if you really know how to use them, you could produce overly realistic results. It's just you could actually overdo them, but still achieve really good results. The next articles by Scratch Mod, Fresh Rust Effects. This is my favorite effect because the rust is livelier. It feels like it's currently um, rusting. So it has more colors. The rust are more vibrant because rust tends to be really light when it's starting to rust. I mean, metal. The rust on metal looks really light when it's starting to rust. It's light orange, and it tends to get darker as it ages. This one he used the new line of hmm, paints. Basically, they're washes, but they're formulated to look exactly what the name says. There are petrol spills. The new effects, I think these are FX paints. They have names like diesel stains, petrol spills, so it's really good for beginners because the paints are telling you what they are, or the new paints will almost tell you just by their names what the effect will be. So there's no guessing in terms of using these new paints. The metal color is really nice. It achieves realistic metal paints, and it's easy to use. Again, he used still water for this model, for this vignette. Still water, you just really need to cure it, and you need to cover the kit while it's cured. Keep the surface away from dust. The next article is by Adam Wilder. It's Impact German Tank. Again, in this article, he'll show you his step-by-step process, how he uses the washes, how he dilutes them, and it gives you it tells you which paints he use. So there, he'll tell you which paints to use so that you achieve the same results that he did. At the back, it shows you another book. I should get that book. Anyways, that's the Russian Shipping book by Vallejo. The book is worth the money. It's satin finish. To reduce scratches. That's it. That's the Russian Shipping book by Vallejo. Um, I highly recommend the book. It's great stuff.